everybody, welcome to Impossible Coin, where we have the stones to call our podcast kind of okay and then upload a broken file. It's just who we are. It's part of our identity. We're going to deal with it.
We're trying.
We never said we were a good podcast. We did say we were kind of okay. So I think we're still covered.
Somewhere in West Texas. Probably wondering if kind of okay qualifies our current level of production quality. Rocky Hardy.
Hey guys, and actually I'm pretty sure we've been downgraded to sort of okay.
Ooh, God. Do we get a different certificate for that?
Yeah, it's already in the mail.
Oh no. It's like when you see that restaurant that sounds pretty good, but it's got like a C in the window. You're like,
oh yeah.
You're like, I don't know about that, but I kind of know about that.
It's got like 3.5 stars on Google reviews, and you're just like, ooh.
You see, fuck the Google reviews. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Dang, I actually have a photo that's helping out my local ramen shop. Well, there's a couple ramen shops, but like the one that I care about, I post photos attached to Google whenever I go. So occasionally I'll get like a notification. Google is like, "Hey, Rocky, your photo has helped 1,000 people like who are considering this restaurant." And I'm like, "That's cool, man. Like, keep it up." So I add photos every once in a while. Anyone's in El Paso, Matsuharu Japanese restaurant is the place to go. Kaidama's cool. I like those guys, but Matsuharu like has my heart. It's my thing. Waka waka.
Fantastic. Somewhere in America's Midwest, who might or might not have a ramen shop to shill, Tegan Somerset.
I don't have a ramen shop to shill. There's one, kind of near me, like 40-ish minutes away, that I want to check out, but I haven't. Because, like, the one day I went up to check it out, I couldn't find parking, and I got really intimidated, so I just went, fuck it, and came home.
Oh, man.
I give up easily. I don't like driving.
It is not a good time.
Driving's not a good time. Finding parking is even more miserable. So I just
It's almost as bad as traffic.
Well, I'm Brian Carton. I'm gonna peddle a ramen shop too right now, if that's the kind of show we are.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. If you are in the greater Phoenix metro area, Sosoba on Roosevelt is fucking great, and you should go there.
Sosoba?
Yep.
Does Sosoba have soba?
They do.
Well, I would fucking hope so. Do they do cold noodles in the summer?
Yes, they do.
Guess who has
cold
to go to the greater
noodles!
Phoenix area?
I love cold noodles.
Greater Phoenix metro area?
Yeah. They have a
how
pretty...
do I navigate to the greater Phoenix metro area?
Wait,
do I have to drive through Phoenix, or are you going to drive through Phoenix? Do I just have to make it to your place?
Yeah, basically, get to my house, and then we'll, like, work it all out. It's okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
I don't want to drive.
Cool. That's fair. Neither do I, but it'll work out. It'll work out.
Gotta believe.
Either I will drive or we'll just get an Uber. Either way, it works.
Oh man, let's like get an Uber and then just like get smashed at the ramen shop.
Oh my god, they're really good for that too. They have a fucking ridiculous bar. It's super good.
Let's go.
Can we make a bet right now as to who can drink the other two under the table?
Brian can drink me under the table. I'm pretty sure I can drink you under the table too.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty confident.
I think I can drink you under the table, Rocky, but I also think Brian will beat me out in the end.
Yeah.
Well, hashtag Impossible Coin goals. There we go. All right. Well, we're going to add that bullet point to our agenda.
Live drunk podcast from the ramen shop.
Oh no, dude! Actually, that sounds dope.
That
I want to
really
slip my
does
noodles
sound
in
like
the microphone.
That does sound like a pretty good idea. Wow. Okay.
That's what the title of that episode will be too. Live drunk podcast.
Oh man.
Colon ramen side story.
So guys, it's games, man.
Rocky.
What games?
Rocky.
Who knows anything about games?
Man, like, so the usual suspects are still around. I've been playing Monster Hunter World. I've been picking up the bow, and I actually have a ridiculous bow set right now, where pretty much every arrow I fire is guaranteed to crit. It's not like every foot. No, but it's like 95% actually. Like I have a 95% crit chance on my bow now, and it like lights things on fire. That's really cool. And I have killed enough unicorns to make the first set of my swords, and I need to kill about 6 more so I can be done with it, and then I'll have all the dual blades. I've been messing around with tempered monsters, and that's been cool. And I've been answering a lot more SOSs, like just showing up in other people's quests and like helping people clear stuff. I think I'm actually going to do that on Monster Hunter Mondays this week. I did arena quests last week, and that was fun, but it was really slow. It was really obvious that like the arena quests are balanced for 2 people at a time, so I'll probably need to bring someone with me next time I do arena quests.
Well, if you're in a position where you're going to be like running Monster Hunter Mondays as like the Jerry's kids of Monster Hunter, and just like running in there and be like, "Hey there, who needs help with the monsters?" I might need to sign up for that because, I remember like the last time I was playing the Monster Hunter was kind of like when I washed out of that expedition where they're like, "Go find the next camp," and I'm like, and I'd been wandering around for like a fucking hour and a half, and I'm like, I've been wandering around in this goddamn forest for an hour and a half, and like I just occasionally what happens is like this thing, I think its name is Angina. Angina finds me.
Angina. Yeah.
It eats me, and then I'm like, and then it, like they take me back to the little camp, and then like I go back out, and I'm like, all right, well, me go, and they're like, find your way to the next camp. I'm like, I'm keep on getting lost in this goddamn forest. And then eventually I find this guy who's trying to lead me to the next thing. And he's like, "Hey, what's up, bud?" And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "There's a pukey that way. You're going to need to kill it now." And I'm like, "Why do I have to kill it? I just thought I had to go to the next camp." And he's like, "No, kill it because it deserves to die." And
I mean, that's not what he says. I want that on the record. So in Monster Hunter, you're basically a park ranger with a very dangerous like clientele. Like the monsters that are there, like Puke is not actually supposed to be an ancient forest. It's disrupting the ecosystem. It's spitting poison at everything and like killing like the natural.
Is that the lizard, the flying lizard feather thing?
Yes, it's the green. Yeah, that dude.
I want to fight the poof bat, but I haven't even met the poof bat yet.
Paolumu. Yeah, you'll meet him in Coral Highlands.
He cute.
I feel really bad about Paolumu.
I want one as a pet.
To the point where you can cap one. That I don't actually kill Paolumu anymore because technically I don't actually need its armor set or anything. There's no weapons I get that need Paolumu parts. But when I'm like, someone posted a comic on the International Guild Hall, it's like, check out Paolumu. Like, he can fly. Like, he's real puffy. He fights for his friends, and you gotta kill him. And it's just like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to kill Paolumu. And like, luckily I'm in a position where I don't. Like, actually, I don't think there is a hunt Paolumu quest in the game outside of like the first time you meet it. And technically, if it says hunt, you can capture the monster. There's no reason to actually slay it. So, yeah, that's actually something about Monster Hunter. Like, if the quest specifically says hunt, then there's no need to actually kill it. You can just, like, capture it. The only exception to those is when it actually says slay, which usually refers to smaller monsters, and that's more like a culling, or when you're dealing with elder dragons, who are immune to traps, so you have to kill them.
More like a culling.
Yeah. But yeah, Brian, I have definitely struggled with, like, Monster Hunter's motivations in the past, but, like, it's definitely not all shenanigans. It's not just, hey, man, kill some stuff because it's there. But I'll definitely help you with Puke, man. Like, we can do it Monday. We can do it after this, honestly.
Well, after this, I'm going to So-So. You're putting that out there.
Oh, shit. Well, that's cool, man.
It was actually already on the books before that conversation. Yeah,
I want to go to So Bar. I'm feeling left out and lonely over here. I'm on the wrong side of the country.
Well, Tegan, you have a ramen place. It's just a little far away.
It's
you just
just
gotta go
far
to it.
away, and the parking is shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could go to the other ramen place, but it's in Columbus, and I'm waiting for my cosplay friend to come back.
it's like
She's doing training for her new job. And it's in Georgia, I think. I think she's in Georgia. I hope she's in Georgia. If she's not in Georgia, I'll feel stupid.
the state or the country.
The state.
The state, man.
She may also be in Detroit, but I'm pretty sure she's in Georgia. And she asked if when she came back we could go to the nice Japanese place in
Columbus.
Yeah, in the C-bus where I ate the food and cried. So we're gonna do that.
Alright, that sounds cool.
Also, speaking of anime weeb ass shit, Arby's did a Love Live reference in one of their ads this past week, and I was like, hee!
Man, that Arby's, they've definitely captured the hearts of the weaves. It's pretty good.
They do, they're so good at it. And then the other day they did a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh,
Except
nice.
they did So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, which is a different book, but it's part of the trilogy, so, whatever.
Well, it's the first song in the movie.
Yeah, but, I mean, the book is also called So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, and that's the book where you meet Deep Thought. So,
Yeah. Okay.
That was the first Hitchhiker's book I read.
Really?
Yeah, which is not where you're supposed to start, but fuck it, anyway.
I've also been playing Fortnite Battle Royale, and I got the Season 3 pass. I started from the beginning. I will try to play until I get the John Wick skin, which you get at like level 100, or if you give, Epic Games enough money. It confers no stat benefits or anything. It just looks cool. Like it's an all-black suit. And I've taken a real effort to try to get used to the combat, so I've been jumping into tilted towers and dying a lot, but I've picked up some kills. I feel a bit more confident with close range weapons and assault rifles. I still can't snipe yet, but I'm working on it. I got to play a little bit with Brian on Thursday night. We were doing some duos, and we did a couple squad games, but one of our duo games, Brian just actually won Victory Royale, and it was pretty insane because, while I would love to believe that Brian was, running in and smoking fools, he was kind of, running around with a sniper rifle, trying to stay out of crossfire, and it was pretty great. There was just, no one could find him, and then when the zone actually shrunk enough, to the point where, people couldn't actually get in, apparently, no one actually got to him, and, the last person just, died in the storm or something. But, Brian got us our first...
Where did you
hide? It was, outside of
First,
Junction.
there was 8 minutes sitting in a closet.
There was!
Yes.
Oh, man.
And,
Gun pointed to the door.
There was, 2 points during sitting in the closet where I could hear people running around in the building I was in to the point where I could hear them, come... there was this... It was on the second floor of a building, and you run out onto this this balcony where there's the door that you exit onto the balcony from, and then if you turn around, there's the door you came through, or a second door which leads to this closet. I could hear people come out onto the balcony, but the 2 people who came out onto the balcony never opened the door to that closet. So I'm just sitting there in this closet going, oh God, oh God, oh God, with the sniper rifle pointed at the door like an asshole.
Oh my God. This sounds like my zombie apocalypse survival plan.
Hey.
And Rocky's like, you're fine. Calm down. You're fine.
And you're just like, nothing is fine.
Exactly.
And Brian was just they're trying to break in the door. I was like, no, dude, the walls aren't shaky or anything. They're not trying to break nothing. Just hang out. It's totally cool. And then, he did. Eventually he had to move. And, there was, this abandoned building that someone was definitely running around in, but I guess they just didn't know that Brian was there. And, eventually they got killed in a firefight that happened right next to him because someone was building a small fortress. But the storm shrunk enough that the fortress was no longer inside the storm. And, like, ultimately it was just Brian in this, like, really, tiny, like, space protected by a single, like, broken wall. Like, there was, like, spots in it where you could actually see through it. And, like, no one found him. And then he just, like, fucked around and won a victory royale, man. Like,
and eventually, like, I had to, like, creep up this hill to, like, this tower, which is where Rocky and I thought the last two dudes were, because it got to a point where, like, there were 3 people left. And Rocky's like, okay, it's you in a duo. And he's like, they're probably in that red tower up there. And so I, like, creep up this hill to this tower, because that's where we assume those guys are. Mm-hmm. And just as I get to the base of that tower, I'm like, okay, I guess this is the moment. Just as I get to that fucking tower, it's like, Victory Royale! It was fucking bonkers and, like, incredibly tense and incredibly silly. And Tegan, you should come do this with us.
Yeah, sounds great.
I don't know if I have the fortitude to do it.
Tegan, I made 0 murders. I did 0 murders, and I did no murder, and I didn't even so much as build a fucking shoebox, let alone a fort.
But you did get a gun.
Yeah, he had a gun, but Tegan, we can get you a gun. Like, I believe that your diet. You don't want a gun?
I don't think I want a gun.
Okay. Yeah, there aren't really melee
You're
weapons.
You're like, yeah, no, you can't do that. You need a gun. Okay.
Well, actually, okay, so there are
I'll get a gun, but I
runs.
cannot promise that I will actually be able to shoot.
Well, Tegan, if you don't play a lot of shooters, allow me to introduce you to what I like to call the anti-gun, known as the shotgun. Because the shotgun's main purpose in shooter games, if you don't play a lot of shooters, is you come around a corner, there's a guy there, you go, ah! And then you just press the fire button, and then the shotgun, which is spray and pray and has a wide dispersal.
What if instead I just throw my controller?
Oh shit. No, don't throw your controller.
You just bang that fire button, and then the shotgun will do most of the work. So if you can figure out how to run in circles, the shotgun will do the rest.
Okay.
True. Yeah.
That I think I could do. I think I'm capable of
So
that.
we're going to turn Tegan into a shotgun specialist and play some Fortnite.
I'm interested. I still need to... Man, I really want to learn how to snipe. Because, like, sniping is, like, cool.
Oh, there was that one silly part where, like, I crept... I made to the effort of, like, creeping up into the second floor of, like, that busted-ass building. And, like, Rocky's like, oh, there's a dude over there. He doesn't see you. And I've got my big, impressive sniper rifle. He's like, smoke that fool. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to smoke that fool. And I've got him.
You missed him.
And I totally missed him, which caused him to turn around. But that worked out because I don't think at that point we realized that there was another group behind me in the other direction. So when he turned around and opened fire because I had started shooting, and then I crept back downstairs, that led to those two groups engaging each other. At this point, there were 7 people left and thinning the herd between each other. So I started a fight between those 2 people.
And you made it out alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like the other girl and the girlfriend's best friend who just drops shit in the middle of stuff and then walks away.
Yep. Yep. That's how it worked out.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking up relationships.
It's a homewrecker Brian out there. And outside of that, I've been playing Aegis Defenders. I mean, I've been playing some other games, but Aegis Defenders is what I really want to talk about. Because this, like, platformer tower defense game is actually pretty dope. Like, I'm now in a space where, like, the upgrades are more available, so I get a bit more strategic options. Like, I have statuses, I have 3 different, like, turrets that I can build, and I have, like, turrets that can shoot at angles and stuff, so I can, like, maximize, like, damage in certain zones, which is really cool. And I'm having a good time. There seems to be some weird, like, story in the background of, like, essentially, like, deities, or at least what seem to be deities, they call them the Deathless, that became, like, rulers of various, like, regions of the country. Like, imagine if, like, in Fate, Grand Order or Fate Zero, where like the summons, instead of like being beholden to a master, were just out in the world, and so like naturally they like conquer or like ingratiate themselves to like a certain population, and they just like start running their own nation. Like that's what this world is like. It's pretty weird, but it's cool. Like it's very stylized. I'm interested in seeing how it goes.
So is this...
Is it cosplayable?
Yes.
This is the most important question. Is it cosplayable?
It is cosplayable.
Is it going to be, as Brian would call, as Brian tried to call Senua's Sacrifice, the cosplay game of the year?
No, I said that about Pyre. I didn't say that about
Senua's. Pyre.
And I still haven't seen a single Pyre cosplay, so you know what? I've seen 1,000 Breath of the Wild cosplays, and 1,000 Nier cosplays, and I was right. I'm just saying, I was right. But yeah, anyway. Is it cosplayable? Yes.
It's cosplayable. Okay. But the thing is that like none of like the outfits are like really form fitting. Mm-hmm. Like they're all like really baggy, but they look cool.
Comfy cosplay. Comfy cosplay is the best cosplay. IMO. Post a picture.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I've been playing. At least I've been talking about. Like the platforming sections are pretty cool, and like each level ends with a tower defense section, usually in about like 4 or 5 waves. And it's pretty simple. Like, I remember being frustrated with it before. I'm not anymore. Like, now it's entirely fine.
Oh, yeah, that's comfy.
Yeah.
I love the sniper rifle and then the, like, Robin Hood outfit. That just makes me giggle. Yeah, comfy cosplay. This looks great.
Also, Shovel Knight's in here, apparently.
Nice.
And I do know that, like, one of the weapons that you can get is Shovel Knight's shovel. Because there's a character that literally uses, like, he uses 2 melee weapons. Like, one character, like, clearly uses, like, ranged weapons. They have, like, a bow and, like, a rifle. And then another one uses a hammer and a shovel. Which are ironically used for different things. Like, hammers can, like, repair things, but shovels help upgrades go through faster. And then, like, you can buy upgradable shovels that give you, like, more attacks and whatnot. It's pretty cool. I like it.
I love the Robin Hood outfit and, like, the gun. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah, Clue's really cool.
Someone cosplay this. Someone commission this cosplay for me.
You gotta post it places and whatnot.
But then I have to spend my money, and I'd rather spend other people's money.
That is a way to live. I do understand that.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, the combat feels good, and the writing's pretty solid. And the characters are interesting to, like, mess around with, and they cover, like, various niches. I want to see, because there are, like, presumably 4 playable characters, and while I have found 3 of them, I'm only able to use 2 of them at the moment. And so, like, I don't know how switching between all 4 of them is going to play like, but I imagine it's going to be pretty intense. But switching between 2, it took a while to get used to. I remember feeling, like, really uncomfortable, because each character has 2 weapons, and they have there's 2 characters, and each have 2 weapons, and they have different resources that they build with. And so, like, trying to switch weapons and, like, switch characters, usually I would get mixed up because they're both on, like, the R and the ZR buttons. And I might remap that, but at the moment, I've adjusted, but at that point, it was pretty weird. I imagine it'd probably be easier on keyboard if you could just, like, map a key to, like, switch to this character.
So, Rocky, is this a game that Tegan and I need to play before November?
I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but I wouldn't say I love it yet. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm having a good time, and it's an interesting, like, mashup of concepts. Because, like, I looked at it as, like, tower defense platformer. Why? I don't like tower defense platformer. This is pretty cool. Like, it hasn't changed my life, but, like, I'm enjoying myself. But everyone should play Celeste before the end of the year. I have very good things to say about Celeste, and I'm not done with that.
So I'm the only one who hasn't played Celeste.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'll pick up Celeste. I'll do that. I can do that. That's easy enough. Rocky needs to pick up The Longest 5 Minutes.
Okay.
Oh, Tegan, did you finally get into that?
Alex got it. I have not played any games this week because I think my steroid inhaler is keeping me up at night. I'm supposed to take it once in the morning and once at night, and I am not sleeping at night anymore, so I'm gonna stop taking. So instead, like, I watch Alex play video games, and then I watch a lot of YouTube because I'm tired, but I can't sleep because, like, my brain is like, go to bed, and my body's like, fuck no, let's run a mile, and I'm like, ugh.
You gotta call your body's bluff, Tegan. You gotta go run that mile, and then you get like 200 meters in, and you can just pass out.
I can't do that at 2 a.m. I live on a main road. People will think I'm nuts. Also, Alex would worry if he woke up and I was, like, not at home.
True.
So, I have been watching him play The Longest 5 Minutes, and oh my god, the game makes me mad. It's so funny. I'm mad again in a similar way to where I was mad at Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's definitely good. The puns are there, and I'm just like, ugh. But you know, it's fun. I like it. It's a good game. You should play that game before November.
It has such a strong Earthbound feel to it.
It does. It really does. I'm down. I'm down with this game.
And I don't think that's a thing that you can claim. I think that, like, when you're in your advertising, you can't be like, feels like Earthbound, because Earthbound fans are just gonna be like, man, fuck you. Like,
yeah,
they're gonna be like, this is not Earthbound, and like, yes, it is not Earthbound. It's funny Earthbound.
Well, oh, Jesus, Tegan.
What?
Tegan.
Oh.
I quit.
Oh, it's so funny.
Right. Earthbound
See,
was
here we go.
funny,
I'm
Tegan.
trying to get people to at me on shit and be like, this is not like Earthbound, but then they'll have had to play the game.
Tegan, like, that is some outrageous shit. Like, that is, you broke me. I'm just.
No, Brian. Okay, so Tegan.
Now it's my podcast.
Oh my god.
No.
I'm Brian. Welcome to Impossible Coin.
Dang, in this case, does that make Brian Chala and, like, Tegan Killmonger? She just threw Brian, like, off the cliff?
Yeah, man. Bury me in the snow.
Oh, boy.
Cool. I get to be M'Baku. Cool, M'Baku. That dude's dope.
Okay. I'm down. But anyway, yeah, The Longest 5 Minutes. Lots of fun. Very funny.
Did you just say Earthbound wasn't funny?
Yeah, she did. She really did, man.
Mother...
Come on, Brian, find your words.
Do you think Earthbound's funny?
Yes, Tegan, Earthbound is fucking hilarious.
I don't think Earthbound is funny at all.
Is this a bit?
My God.
Is this a fucking bit?
Tegan, I swear to God. Oh,
Earthbound is creepy.
It is also creepy, but
The creep factor, okay, the creep factor makes anything that appears funny in that game to me instantly disturbing.
Oh, man.
It's
my
been,
God.
let me tell you what, not sleeping has turned everything else into a regular party.
Oh, man.
God damn it. All right.
I don't not sleep, it's weird. Anyway.
Alright, so Tegan, how was Nier? How do you feel about it?
Oh, can I talk about the Anime Awards before I talk about Nier?
Sure, go ahead.
The Anime Awards are on today, and I'm hyped! And let me tell you what, I'm excited that those people won, and I'm pissed that these people didn't. There. Because they go on tonight. They're going on tonight, so I'm
Wait,
gonna tune in on Twitch.
Pre-angry?
I'm pre-angry!
It's prangry.
Prangry! let me see. Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Let me see. I'm probably not upset about Anime of the Year, but because I'm pretty sure I know what's gonna win, but there are other anime on that list that also should have won. I'm probably upset about Best Girl and Best Boy for different reasons.
Those are safe bets. I'll accept those. You want to take those odds, Brian? I got a 3-1 for Tegan being upset about Best Boy and Girl.
For different reasons.
I don't know. I'm not going to take that action. It seems like a pretty fair bet. Like, I don't think there's any way that you don't win that. So
okay, so here's this one then. I'm definitely upset about Best Hero. I'm definitely upset because I'm 98% sure my favorite hero did not win, and that's upsetting.
I think La La Land won.
I think
that's still garbage.
Probably, honestly, I bet you Deku's gonna win, and Deku, I don't think should win.
Is Ryan Gosling Best Boy?
No.
He was Best Boy in 2015, so it's fine.
Deku was Best Boy last year, so he's defending his title, but, like, I'm thinking Todoroki's gonna get Best Boy this year.
Wait,
which, like,
defending his title make this shit sound like boxing.
Like, Todoroki was not a better boy this year than Deku.
He was a good boy, though. They're such good boys! And then I'm definitely upset about, Best Girl, because no matter who wins, somebody loses, and that makes me sad.
I mean, that's not what Best Girl's about.
Wait, it's Alien versus Predator? No matter who wins, we lose? Like,
yeah, basically. Because either the girl I think is Best Girl wins, and then my friend's Best Girls lose. Or one of my friend's Best Girl wins, and my Best Girl loses. Or somebody none of us think should be Best Girl wins, and we all lose.
I feel like when the family wins, you all win. Like, so I think if your friend's Best Girls win, I think you should be able to count that as a win.
I think Suyu should have been in the Best Hero category and not in the Best Girl category, but whatever.
True.
Oh,
I'm probably also upset about Best Animation, potentially for the same reasons I'm upset about Best CGI, because Land of the Lustrous is up for both of them, and it can only be one! You either have the best CGI, or you have the best animation. I do not want you to have both, you fucking show. And I want it to have best CGI, because it really is good.
I'm pretty sure that's not lost on them, but they wanted to honor it in both to, like, secure some sort of win for that.
It's up for, like, 14 other awards.
I mean, so Breath of the Wild. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Breath of the Wild won again! For the DICE Awards. So, you know.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that. It's a party. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the Anime Awards. That's tonight. There are people who are gonna be there. You can actually be there at the award show. And I have a goal to be there at the award show.
Okay, so Tegan wants to be on our on-the-ground contact at the Anime Awards?
Yes, please. Crunchyroll, please. I'll even show up in cosplay. I'll cosplay Hime, if that's what it takes to get me there. Like,
cosplay He-Man.
No, Hime's their mascot. Hime's the mascot. She's cute. She's best friends with Miku, so, like, I'm down. I will be best friends with Miku. But yeah. Okay, so now I finished Nier.
Okay.
I got endings A, B, C, D, K, W, T, and one other one. Maybe N. I don't know.
Was she supposed to get F, Brian? I can't remember.
I did not say F. I did not get F.
No. I do know that, but I'm asking if F is one of the integral endings that you were supposed to get.
Well, running through the three routes of the game should net endings A, B, C, D, and E.
Okay.
Oh, I did get E. I did get ending E. I upset, but in a good way.
So now Tegan's actually angry.
No, I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I want to play it again. I had to give my game to someone else to play, so I didn't immediately start playing it again. From the beginning. Like, because I did the thing, is it a spoiler? Brian? Where you do the thing at the end?
Well, at this point, I feel like this is one of those ones where, like, I mean, I have feelings about spoiler culture in general, that I think spoiler culture is dumb, but I know that there's some people who like to honor that shit, but I think that we are outside of the statute of limitations.
Okay, Rocky, you still need to play this goddamn game.
Okay.
But, so, after ending D or E, the credits roll, and during the credits, it's a bullet hell.
Oh, sick. That's cool.
Yeah. So, and I died a bunch. I died like 5 times. And the first time I died, it was just like, do you want to give up here? And I was like, no. And so it let me like pick up again, like, and keep going through the bullet hell. And then I died again, and then like, this little message popped up. Like, again, it was like, do you feel that this is futile? But, like, also there was a little message popped up that was like, it was hard for me too, but what I'm saying is keep going. And it was like, Chris in Brazil. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, I'm gonna keep going. And then it was like, the more I died, the more messages popped up. From other people who played the game. And I was like, oh no. And then I'm like, sad. And then, like, I started getting teary. And then, like, at one point it was like, Chris from Brazil wants to offer his aid. Do you accept? And I was like, yeah! And then I was surrounded by other little tiny shooter things from, like, that hacking part. Like, that's what you look like. So it was, like, a bunch of them, and they were all spinning around, and we were all shooting when I was shooting. And so, like, it made it so much easier, and every time I was supposed to get hit, one of those guys got hit instead, and it was like, so-and-so's information has been deleted. So-and-so's information has been deleted, like, every single time. And I was like, no, what the shit? And then I'm, like, crying and doing this bullet hell, and it's so sad. And then, at the end, the pods talk to you, and they're like, so player person, do you want to do this thing? And I was like, yes. And it was like, do you wanna leave a message for other players? And I was like, yes. And so, like, I left my own, like, words of encouragement, you know? And it's like, from Tony, US, you know, USA. And I was like, nice. And it was like, player Tony, you died X amount of times. Do you want to be able to offer your assistance to other characters? And I was like, yes. And it was like, player Tony, if you offer your assistance to other characters, all of your save data will be lost. Is that okay? And I was like, yes. And then it was like, player Tony, you worked very hard to unlock chapter mode and all these other modes. Are you sure that you want to offer your assistance? Because that information will be lost. And I was like, yes! And it was like, you unlocked X% of the weapons. I'm not going to tell you how many. Because I unlocked a lot of them. You unlocked this many weapons. Are you sure you're gonna lose all that information? I was like, yes. And it was like, okay. And then they're like, we're gonna do that. And then it deleted all my data, and you watched the pod delete all your data. And then it was like, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for playing the game. Really, truly, thank you for playing the game. And, like, I could feel, because I listened with the Japanese audio, because I'm a weeb, I could feel the bow in the words. And I was like, ooh, the pods are bowing! And then I cried.
Wow. That sounds really cool.
And it was so good. It was so good. And I have been thinking about it ever since I finished the game. I can't think of anything else. I'm just like, I want to play. I want to start it again and get new save data and play more. And so I had to give it away.
So, for listeners of this show who've been with us for a while, or hell, even just with us since Game of the Year, there's some context here which I think will explain the gravity of the situation. So when Tegan finished Nier, she messaged me, and I think because she was still concerned about, spoilers, didn't put it in our group chat. She's like, I finished the game and I did the thing. And told me how great she thought it was. And I asked her, I'm like, so if you had played this before the end of the year, would you have been gunning for this for Game of the Year? And then she's like, Zelda's my true love. Yeah. Zelda's always been my love, but yes. And I think that that should tell you the gravity of the situation.
And I would have I would have put 9S in that best boy category and fought tooth and nail for him. I would have been screaming, 9S is such a good boy! He did nothing wrong! He did nothing wrong! 9S, you're so good! Please, it's okay! Oh, God. So good. So I gave it away, so I can't play it right now. I'm making one of my coworkers play it. And in the meantime, I'm not sure what to do.
Or Monster Hunter.
Celeste.
Or Fortnite.
Celeste.
Stuff with your friends, Tegan.
And Gorogoa and everything else. And I still have to play, I have to pick up Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, because that came out this past week, and I paid it off, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think that's the first, after Monster Hunter, I think that's the first game of this year that I'm gonna really, be playing. Playing? I don't know. I don't know how well it's gonna be. Yeah, Celeste. Yeah, whatever. It's like a platformer. Platformers are okay.
Okay, no, it's okay. I'm cool.
Tegan.
I'm calm. I'm positive.
Jesus. Man, the fucking hottest takes on this episode. We're gonna need to put a content warning on this motherfucker. Platformers are okay. Earthbound's not funny. Holy Jesus Christ. This episode. Oh my God.
At someone like me under the Impossible Coin Tumblr. Or at someone like me under the Impossible Coin Twitter. Or annoy me on Tumblr. I'm down.
Actually, our pinned tweet is specific for anyone who wants a piece of Tegan.
Who wants to call me out. Yeah, just do it. Just do it. I don't care. But also, the next major game I'm personally picking up this year is Ni no Kuni 2. So, and I haven't played Ni no Kuni 1, so I really should watch a playthrough of that. But yeah. Yeah! Man, I can't believe... Why am I always the one who's doing the hot takes?
Well, Tegan, I don't know. How's Sword and Shield going for you?
I haven't played. I've missed the last two Monster Hunter Mondays. One of them was because I was working, and the other one was because I was trying to sleep because I hadn't slept at all the night before, and I worked for 2.5 hours, and then I was awake again. So, it was a party. It's a regular party over here.
It's a
hot takes and no sleep.
That's where all the hot takes are coming from.
Man, Ohio sounds
Maybe that's
weird.
it. Maybe all of these are the subconscious of the gamer psyche.
Oh no.
Not just my subconscious, it's everyone's subconscious.
Oh god.
Yeah, Tegan played Nier all right.
I'm in the network.
Oh man.
I hope there's another Nier game. Fuck.
It'd be weird if there weren't at this point.
One of the things that makes me so super happy is that this game has brought Yoko Taro into the mainstream consciousness, and people know who he is now and know what kind of weird shit he's up to
in the head.
And now,
okay, it's a Nier T-shirt or whatever. Yeah, I like him.
Yep.
I'm down for more of his crazy. Please.
He's a weird dude. I can't wait to see what he does next. Square Enix obviously wants to keep on giving him money, and
please give him more money. Fuck. Let him do his games.
So I'm definitely open to more of that.
So good.
Yo, what's up, man?
Looks like you played a game and a sequel this week.
Yes, and I will be playing more of both again and again. So what did I do this week?
I'm interested in the image in the show doc.
Oh, do we want to talk about that now? I guess I
want to talk about it because I want to know the reasoning, the logic. You know? I want to hear the story.
I'm not sure how interesting a story it is. I recently watched, that documentary series on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us, which talks about, like, the history of various toys, like, the He-Man toys, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Barbie. And I think I mentioned when I watched it that I found it, like, very, very interesting. And that, like, of all the various stories that they told, like, I think that the two that I found the most interesting were Barbie and He-Man, because I was like, they just seemed like absolutely fascinating. And one of the things that I thought was, like, really interesting that they went over and over in the documentary was, like, the history of Barbie face sculpts and, like, the different ways that, like, Barbie's face has been molded over the years. And so this week Mattel introduced Tomb Raider Barbie, which is a tie-in with the upcoming Tomb Raider film, which is coming out next month. And when they put out the image of, like, Tomb Raider Barbie, I was just, like, really, really impressed with, like, how damn good it looks. And, like, it's a new face sculpt. Barbie has never had this face sculpt. It is a face sculpt which is, like, specific to Tomb Raider Barbie. So it kind of looks like Lara Croft and it kind of looks like Barbie. And they've got her with her axe and the whole bit. And, of course, she's got, like, something tied around an arm because, she's Lara Croft. She's been wounded. Come on. It's how it works for her. And I was like, man, do I want Tomb Raider Barbie? Do I want to, like, display Tomb Raider Barbie on my desk at work? I'm like, yep, I'm pretty sure I want Tomb Raider Barbie on my desk.
You're going to bring Tomb Raider Barbie into your desk at work. Wow. You're like, yeah, this isn't much of a story. What I did was watched a Netflix documentary about this really fascinating thing, and that, like, there was totally a story. You're such a liar.
So, like, I think Tomb Raider Barbie looks really fucking cool. Like, I think they did a really good job with it. Like, I think that is a nice toy.
I'm kind of shocked. If she actually looks this good when she's out and about in stores, I will be impressed. Because, like, they did a terrible job on the Beauty and the Beast sculpts. Like, those were some ugly... Well, I'm very behind on my Barbie, mythos? Lore? I don't know.
Just meta, actually.
Yeah.
Generally.
The Barbie meta. The Barbie meta, oh my god.
The Barbie
speaking of fucking Barbie, I have an update on Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus. Finished that this week.
Yeah?
That's a fun game. It's shorter than I would have liked. There's really, like, 4 major worlds that you go through. And then there's, like, the boss fight. And I was kind of, like, bummed out by the boss fight. Much like the boss fight in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where you get to the end and you're like, this is the last boss fight? And I guess I say that about the second phase of Ganon in Breath of the Wild. But, like, the boss fight in Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus is an even bigger letdown. Where you're like, wait, let me get this straight. This guy can't hurt me. He literally can't hurt me if I just stand here like some kind of asshole. He doesn't, like... But I'm like, okay, I guess this game's meant for kids. What am I fucking doing?
No, but, like, man, like, Mario, if you jump into a hole, like, you die, and it didn't make it less fun. It actually did make it less fun when they did the DS New Super Mario Bros., where you could just, like, get the super mushroom and run through everything eventually. Like, that actually made it into a worse game.
And I'd liked, up until that point in Barbie the Magic of Pegasus, I had really enjoyed the, various combination of, like, powers that I acquired. At one point, like, I got this thing where, like, when I hit various creatures with it, it would turn them into, like, different kinds of plant matter. Like, there were these, like, little spitting, nasty, like, piranha flower things that would, like, spit poison at me. But when I hit them with my, like, flower power, it would, like, turn them into, like, these, like, bouncy plants I could jump off of. And then, like, combo with my rising power to get to, like, really high platforms.
Right.
And then there were these, like...
When I hit them with my
Yeah,
flower.
or I could hit the griffins with it, and it would turn the griffins into, like, floating platforms that I could jump onto. And then the floating platforms would then have the same flight patterns as the griffins did before the change. So it's like, oh, okay, so I'll, like, assume, just treat the griffins like they're platforms and see what their flight pattern is and figure out if that's something that I need to turn on, get onto. And eventually you just got a firepower for the wand because whatever, like, every game just eventually gives you a firepower.
I mean, you need a firepower eventually.
Yeah. But yeah, like, for the most part, like, I enjoyed it. And, like, these little, like, flying mini games, in each level, in between each world where you acquire these coins that can unlock more dresses for Barbie. And, like, each world also has, like, a key to for a hidden door. So first you have to find the key, which is hidden, then you have to find the door, which is hidden, which then unlocks a mini game for, yes, acquiring more dresses.
I love dresses.
Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus.
What's the best
thumbs
dress?
Up. That's your Barbie update. Brian ordered Tomb Raider Barbie. Brian finished Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus. I think that the next Barbie game I'll play will probably be Secret Agent Barbie. Maybe High School Mystery Barbie. I can't decide. But the Barbie updates will continue.
Okay.
But which dress is the best dress?
I think that actually
I really like that golden white one.
Yeah, I think that in the Magic of Pegasus, the default dress is definitely the best dress, which is... Yeah.
The purple one?
At least that's the one where the best sprite work is. And I do like some of the dresses that some of the commoners are wearing that you're rescuing while you are Barbie. Also, like, it's kind of weird because, like, in the game, Barbie doesn't go by Barbie. It's like Barbie is playing a character, which is kind of weird and meta. Like, Barbie is Annika. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Princess Annika, I see. Okay.
And there's, like, the villain guy is, like, Wenlock, and he's like, I want to marry you. And you're like, no, fuck it. And so then he, like, I think I went through this. He, like, turns Skipper into a fucking Pegasus, and so.
It is Skipper, okay.
So that's strange business.
We were debating last time if it was Skipper or Kelly.
Yeah.
That he turned into a Pegasus. Man, why would you be a human when you could be a Pegasus, though? Like, damn.
Man, I don't want to be no flying horse.
I want to be a flying horse, are you kidding?
Yeah, I don't want to be a flying
What
horse.
is responsibility when you are a flying horse?
Wait, you think Pegasi didn't have responsibilities?
The only Pegasus that I'm aware of that has a responsibility that isn't a My Little Pony is the Pegasus in Sailor Moon, who guards the Realm of Dreams.
What about the Pegasus from Hercules?
Yeah, okay, I have to be a horse.
No, his whole
show
job.
Herc around. It's showing Herc around.
No. So Pegasus was literally created to protect Hercules. That was its entire.
Well, he did a shitty job, didn't he?
Well, I mean, he was a baby, and so was he. They're both babies, actually. And then, like, immediately after, when they found him again, like, they were boys, like, forever. Like, I love Hercules. It's one of my favorite movies. It's up there.
Hot takes. Hot takes. Pegasi don't have responsibilities.
Of course they do, Tegan. Name one Pegasus that doesn't have responsibilities.
I mean, like, other than being the mode of transportation for your chosen hero? Because that's not really a job. That's the same job a horse has.
It's totally a job. They're guardians. They are transporters.
They're not guardians.
Well, Pegasus.
Sometimes
are guardians.
Pegasi will have to convey Hector the Well-Endowed and his friends to the Cavern of Draconis.
True.
Yeah.
They got things to do, Tegan. They're hard workers. They have families to provide for.
Sure.
I've been up to some stuff other than being like knee deep in Barbie. If I went knee deep in Barbie, I went neck deep in Final Fight. So, you guys know I got my Super NT, and I've been looking for brawlers for it, and I think that like my need for brawlers has been like exacerbated by like two factors. One, I really enjoyed the belt scrolling sections in Battle Chef Brigade last year. The gathering of ingredients where you're just like running around in like a like belt scroll type environment. I'm like, man, just running punching shit is fun. And then Dynasty Warriors 9 came out and was like the worst. And so like I'm like, man, I really just want to punch some shit. And so I picked up Final Fight 2 and played through that last weekend and was like absolutely taken by just how completely beautiful the game is and how fun it is. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. And I just like started falling into like the ridiculous lore for Final Fight. And like Final Fight 2 like absolutely woos you from like the very start, where it's like stupid plot is that like, so Mayor Mike Haggar of Metro City has defeated the fucking Mad Gear gang, because of course he has.
Hey, Hagar's a hero.
This game is ridiculous.
And everyone should know.
Mike Haggar is the best that we can all be. We should all aspire to be Mike Haggar. So, so after he defeats the Mad Gear gang in Final Fight 1, Guy goes off to train with his master, at which point, Guy's fiance is kidnapped, because of course she is. And it turns out that she was kidnapped by the Mad Gear gang, which were not truly defeated, but only laying wait in secret. They're like, haha, now we have Guy's fiance. So Guy's fiance's younger sister is like, I'll join you. And it also, like, to get back Reina. And so it also turns out that Guy's sensei got kidnapped too, and so it's like, oh, the stakes are even higher. And then this guy Carlos shows up, and he's like, Mayor Haggar, like, you've done so much for me. Let me come along. And you're like, who are you, Carlos? We've never seen you before. Like, literally, you have never been seen before, really? Carlos.
He doesn't even go here.
Yeah, exactly. And and he's just like, let me help. He's like, I owe you so much. Plus, I just like beating dudes. And so you get out there, and the first level of the game is like Hong Kong, because all of your intel says that the Mad Gear gang is in Hong Kong. And sure enough, you go to Hong Kong. There's Mad Gear there. You also see Chun-Li, because, yeah, of course you do. And the fact that, like, Street Fighter and Final Fight take place in the same universe is a thing that has always kind of, like, messed with me, Rocky. Like, because I've always...
Is she busy being, like, a cool teenage girl now that she's avenged the deaths of whatever?
She's eating a bowl of noodles in the background. So apparently everybody gets noodles this week except for Tegan.
Dang
Rocky
it!
does.
All I want is a pair of good nudes.
So after you finish the Hong Kong level, it turns out all of your intel is wrong, and that the Mad Gear are actually in Europe. So you it's pretty much. And so you brawl your way across Europe, which is pretty great. For some reason, the Holland stage, apparently Holland has not been cleaned up since World War One. So that's it's pretty good. There's fucking landmines all over the place and trenches and shit. You're okay.
Nice.
Why is it World War One in Holland? I don't know. Final Fight 2. I'm just into it. Until eventually you get to the end of all of Europe, and there's you go to several stages. There's Paris, Holland, Italy, so forth. And when you're done fighting your way across Europe, you're no, all of the intel was wrong again. The Mad Gear gang is actually in Japan.
We need to fire these spies. They don't need these jobs anymore.
They're doing a bad job. So
I think I'm a better spy than these dudes at this point.
So then you go to Japan and you beat it and you have a good time and you're holy shit, I should play Final Fight 1. So the original arcade version of Final Fight, which is much better than the Super Nintendo version of Final Fight, was released for Xbox 360 and is available on Xbox One via backwards compatibility. And I'm oh, that's really cool, because the arcade version of Final Fight is so much better than the Super Nintendo version. On the Super Nintendo version of Final Fight 1, they cut out one of the main characters. You could either play as Haggar or Cody. You can't even play as fucking Guy. What is that bullshit? Exactly. And they took out one of the key enemies that you fight against in the game, Poison, in the Super Nintendo version, because Nintendo thought that Poison was problematic. And they're no Poison. And I'm come on. Poison has since become a cosplay monstrosity. People are cosplaying Poison left and right. So much so that Kotaku did a roundup of just best Poison cosplays. They're here's 900 people dressed as Poison. Yeah.
Nice.
So played through Final Fight, actually, and I streamed it last Monday. Which I guess is a good point to mention something that I'm going to be doing for a while. Going forward on Fridays, I'm going to be hanging out on the Impossible Coin Twitch channel, playing through Final Fight 1. If you care to join me, Tegan, since you have that Xbox One, you're more than welcome to. It's a super good time. And
do I have to own the game?
You do.
Wait,
it is $10.
Okay.
Yeah, so picking up Final Fight on Xbox
Final
backwards
Boss and Final
compatibility
Fight
will
FDR?
run you $10.
Do I have that right?
I don't know. $10 seems pretty steep. Okay. I can do that. I can look for it while I'm out today.
Yeah, the sprite work in Final Fight in the arcade version, just absolutely phenomenal. Really beautiful. Great settings. Good brawler chill out game. Music is awesome. Enemies are awesome. Also, any game where your final boss is a dude in a wheelchair who fires machine guns, I'm on board with.
Are the machine guns attached to the wheelchair?
Of course they are.
Or is he holding the machine guns?
They are mounted to the chair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a evil Professor X FDR man who kidnapped Jessica because he's a jerk store. So
why'd he kidnap Jessica?
Because all right.
What the fuck, Jessica? Why are you always getting kidnapped,
All right.
Jessica?
Remember, the person who got kidnapped in Final Fight 2 is Reina. Jessica, who was kidnapped in Final Fight 1, is Mike Haggar's daughter. And the reason that they did that is Mike Haggar had just been elected as mayor of Metro City. And after he took office, Mad Gear kidnapped Jessica and said to Haggar, look, basically all you have to do is be corrupt and let Mad Gear do whatever we want in the city, and we'll give you your daughter back, and we'll even cut you in on the piece of the take, like we did, like the previous mayor. And Mike Haggar is like, look, I'm not having any of that because I'm uncorruptible. Not only am I not taking your hush money, I'm coming to get Jessica too. Mm-hmm. So
it's like if Liam Neeson was the mayor.
Oh my Jesus.
But Mike Haggar came first, so it's more like, what if, I don't know, switch it around, so that way, like, Liam Neeson is being Mike Haggar. And Liam Neeson never carries around a fucking 6-foot length of metal pipe, so...
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, like... Yeah.
What if basically the movie industry ripped off every character that Liam Neeson plays from Mike Haggar?
I think that checks out.
So, Liam Neeson is a hack.
Okay.
That's where we're at. That's our third...
Liam Neeson isn't the hack. Anyone who played the roles that Liam Neeson has been playing would be the person who was the hack. It's really the people writing those roles that are the hacks.
Liam Neeson doesn't know.
It's not Liam Neeson's fault. He doesn't know any better.
I'm with
it. I did go ahead and order Final Fight 3.
How many Final Fights are these dudes going to be in? I understand this is the Final Fantasy problem, but come on. Final Fights? It's supposed to be like one fight.
So, unfortunately, there's not as many as I would like. So there's the core trilogy of Final Fight 1 through 3. Then, like, around the time Final Fight 2 was coming out, there was a game that was released for the NES called Mighty Final Fight, which includes, like, items and an RPG leveling system. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like Rune Factory versus
Harvest Moon. And like they made like all the sprites in Mighty Final Fight like really chibi and cute.
You said Mighty Final Fight was put out for the NES, but aren't these games arcade/SNES?
Yes.
So why would they go back?
It's the same reason anybody ever develops a game for an old system after the new system has already come out, which is like, man, that old system sure does have a giant install base, which is worried that they're not going to get any games anymore. And so when you have like, I mean, God, how big was the install base for the NES? It was fucking huge. And like, you know, the SNES comes out in 91, and so like, you know, game production was definitely slowing down for the NES at that point. Mighty Final Fight comes out in 93.
NES.
And it's definitely one of the very last games for the console. Yeah, and like I think Final Fight 2 is 94. But like it's really hard to find a copy of Mighty Final Fight now, and it's like way too expensive because since it was near the end of the console's life cycle, they didn't do like a crazy big print run of it. And like I know I'm going to want to play it eventually, but I'm gonna have to like stalk eBay a long time for a good deal. Because I am not about to pay fucking $500 for Mighty Final Fight. So I don't know about that. Like I will definitely just buy it out with, you know, not complete. Like I can live with it not being in the box. But man, oh man. But the art in Mighty Final Fight is real good. Like I love these like these chibi characters in this game. And they do really good stuff with like the very limited color palette that is available. So I I'd like to get that, and then after the Final Fight trilogy and Mighty Final Fight, you get they did a Final Fight fighting game, a 1v1 fighting game for Saturn, called Final Fight Revenge, which is a bad video game. Yeah, like that was definitely the point where like Capcom was just like shitting out fighters constantly, and they just did not care. They're like, whatever, we don't care. Like, man, Rocky, are there any of those old like bad Capcom fighters that like you still have a taste for, that like despite not being great, you're
I don't think so,
kind of
man.
into?
I think I just really like. I think I'm actually really picky. Like, I tend to not really like goofy bad stuff. Like, I mean, I can appreciate it, like the things that they do, but I usually just get frustrated with them.
See, like, I feel like Darkstalkers is actually good, so I don't want to qualify and say like I like Darkstalkers because I think Darkstalkers is neat. I think Darkstalkers is
actually
some of Capcom's best character design. I don't know if Rival Schools counts.
I like the Persona Fighter, but that's not old. True, so...
Yeah. It's also, like, not part of the Capcom Trash Factory. And then they finally did one more go at it on the PS2 called Final Fight Streetwise. Where they tried to like Americanize it, despite the fact that like even though these games take place in the United States, like the design sensibility of these games is like very, very Japanese. Like you're playing a Japanese ass game when you're playing the Final Fight games. So with like Final Fight Streetwise, they're like, here's this game, check out our hip hop soundtrack, and I'm like, come on, guys. No, just fucking give me Final Fight. And they're like, no, it's in a 3D space now, and you're gonna run around, and there's item shops, and there's like side quests, and I want none of this. None of this. I want to be Mike Haggar. I want to pick up a 6-foot length of pipe, and I want to walk to the right and beat men. I don't know. I mean, like, there's some, like, okay stuff on the soundtrack. And, like, some of the stuff which is on the soundtrack, like, uses mixes, like, of, like, music samples from, like, the original Final Fight games. And so it's kind of, like, weird to hear, like, the RZA, like, rapping over, like, fucking music from, like, Final Fight 2. But, like, that's available to you. The rest of the game is like okay, and like even if the game was like, I think I would like Final Fight Streetwise more if it was not branded Final Fight, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes sense. Like they were trying to use the name to sell something that wasn't the pedigree.
Yeah,
and it's just different. It's not what you expected when you paid for it.
Right. The 30th anniversary of the series is next year, so I don't know if like Capcom will acknowledge that in any kind of way. I mean, I was surprised when they actually did something for Mega Man's 30th, so maybe fingers crossed. But I feel like I feel like that even though there are new Mega Man fans happening, there aren't really new Final Fight fans happening. Like they're not showing the kids today the Final Fights.
I mean, like, Haggar is still, like, in the Capcom fighters. He didn't show up in Infinite, which sucks. But Cody's still in Street Fighter. So is Guy. Wait, no, Guy isn't in 5.
And people did kind of lose their mind when they did the Cody character introduction, like, for 5. And I remember when they put out Poison for 4, people went pretty crazy for that too. So I don't know. So basically what I need to do is I need to get Tegan playing Final Fight and loving it, so that way she can evangelize people much younger than me and teach a whole new generation about.
How?
That sounds like a lot of pressure.
Why am I the one evangelize?
Because you know the kid, Tegan. You know the kids today. I don't know the kids today.
What?
The kids are their anime, their Tide Pods.
Brian, you gotta start mentoring some kids, man.
I think that's Rocky more than me.
Oh, man. I mean, I know some kids, I guess. That is a thing that I know. But
can you teach them about Final Fight?
I'll bring them Final Fight. I'll see how they feel about it.
Rocky's like cool. I am not cool. I am not fast. I am not cool.
Thank you, Tegan. I'm not sure I'm cool, but it's fine.
I mean, you're definitely cooler than me, so But that's not much of a measuring stick because I am not cool.
I've also gone down a real deep rabbit hole of looking for Final Fight related ephemera that I might frame and put on the wall of my house.
Does that mean art? Wait, when you say ephemera, do you specifically mean art?
Weird shit that is related to it. When arcade machines are sent out into the wild, arcade operators get a manual on how to operate the machine, like how to set the price, what are the various options for arcade operators. So looking for arcade operator manuals for Final Fight, when they would have trade shows where guys who own arcades would go look at the new machines that they can put in their arcades, various manufacturers would make flyers for these trade shows. And you could find a lot of arcade trade show flyers on eBay. What I have not been able to find on eBay though is any flyers from arcade trade shows for specifically Final Fight. Part of the reason for that is that the first time Final Fight got shown at an arcade trade show, Capcom was planning on branding the game as Street Fighter 89.
I do remember that.
And which is funny because when the team that was working on the game had no interest in calling it Street Fighter, and when they had been working on it, they weren't calling it Street Fighter. Just the guys upstairs were it's Street Fighter now, and they're okay, fine. So they took it to a trade show where the game had been rebranded as Street Fighter 89, and arcade operators were not interested because the first Street Fighter game hadn't done terribly well. Because there was some bullshit about the way the first Street Fighter game worked. It had these two giant pressure sensitive buttons in arcades, which customers didn't understand, and Street Fighter didn't do well until they replaced those pressure sensitive buttons with just 2 rows of 3 buttons. So nobody cared about Final Fight until they stopped calling it Street Fighter 89 at trade shows and started calling it Final Fight, which was the original development name. So I'd love to get some of those flyers that say Street Fighter 89 on them. Yeah.
Those sound like they will cost
I don't think it's going to be too bad because looking into the old arcade flyer scene, it looks like they're usually 10 to...
Looking into the old arcade flyers.
Everything's got a scene, Tegan. Let them have their scene.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, they're usually $10 to $50, so it's one of those things that even if you get really deep into the weeds on it, won't cost you much. And so I'm looking for one. All I want is the Final Fight one. So that way I can frame it and hang it in the living room.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. I also played Fuck Everything.
Wait, is that actually a game?
Yeah. I put that in the doc because it's a game I played. I played Fuck Everything.
Oh my god.
Is it a real
game? No,
game?
it's not a real game. He's just upset.
No. Jesus Christ. Okay, it is a game. God damn it. This is not a bit.
Okay. Whatever you say, Brian. Fuck everything.
Sure, Brian.
Shit, hold on. It's actually a game. Oh no.
All right, Rocky. How do your words taste? Are they delicious?
Oh my god, what is this?
Wait, is this the game that you regret introducing Rocky to in the chat? Or is this a different game?
No, Rocky regretted showing me that there was a My Little Pony fighting game.
Yeah, them fighting herds.
Fighting herds. Yeah.
Wait. That actually came out?
Yeah, it came out this week. It's real now.
Yep.
What?
Oh.
Yep.
What?
Oh, man.
Yep.
What? Why? Are Are they? Wait, is it the actual? Is it the one that got shut down? And I know what this is.
Yeah, it was a My Little Pony fighter, and then they.
No, I'm talking about fuck everything. I saw what this is. Fuck this game. But also, yes, I want the main 6 fighter thing. I want to play that. Oh, it looks like fun.
God damn it! I knew this day would come. Whatever, it's fine. It's not here yet.
Rocky, you're gonna have to play this game with us.
No, I'm not. I swear to God.
Yep.
Because you guys are going to play it, and you're going to think it's going to be cool, and you're going to get over it in a month, and I don't have to think about it in November. That's not a thing I'll have to do. I swear to God. Fucking furry nonsense. Horse fighter game. Oh, damn it.
So let's talk about fuck everything.
Sure, man.
Okay.
So, fuck everything is mechanically is a dating sim, which is about like consent and rape and bar culture, and also is like really like weirdly about like surrealist early 2000s like blog and internet art.
Yeah, look at all those Sprite dress-up dolls.
Yeah, it
like damn, that is a mood. This is a mood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a mood I had back in the day.
It feels a lot like LiveJournal shitting on your head about 2004.
Oh God, you're not wrong. Jesus.
But it's really interesting. Like, you go into this bar and there are like various things that you can like approach and try to fuck. And like it's not kidding when it says like fuck everything. Like you can fuck a bar stool if you want, because that's how this game rolls.
I just saw that actually.
And so like I've done like at this point like 3 or 4 playthroughs of the game. There's a dog, a suicidal dog, that I fucked, and like he's very remorseful about the value of his own life because of like the rate at which dogs are euthanized in shelters, and basically like I exploited his depression for sex, and.
I exploited what?
No, this is a correct sentence. I'm reading through this stuff right now.
Oh, Lord.
I haven't tried to fuck the lava monster yet.
Yeah, that spoiler, that probably won't work.
Yeah. But there was like a goth girl who castrates men.
Oh, God.
It's really weird. And it's very like visually chaotic. Also, the music is really fucking good, really really good. And it was something I was like not expecting for this like web based game, to have like a really good hip hop soundtrack. And it turns out that the soundtrack is like by the developer. Who like before the show, Rocky and I were kind of like talking about like how like SoundCloud feels like an endangered species, and how we're kind of concerned by all of the really cool music which appears on SoundCloud potentially being in like an endangered spot. And so like I do kind of recommend people go, if they don't necessarily want to play fuck everything, at very least, like if you're into rhymes, if you're into beats, you know, go check out Felicia Geisha. The hip hop alter ego of the developer. Yeah, like I think it's cool. I think that like you could probably get like a fair amount of what this game has to offer by like say like spending like maybe an hour or 2 with it. Like I definitely encountered stuff in this game where I was like I'm gonna have to spend time thinking about this and really, you know, picking it apart. Like there's parts which are very, very conceptually dense. It kind of left me in the same place as something like the Tea Room or Cobra Club, which I know is like really just going to push Rocky off, but yeah, I dig it. Fuck everything. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I've dug through some stuff. It seems really interesting, actually, but it's definitely more art piece than I guess entertainment. So it's definitely a much stronger example of game as experience, which relatively now, I think I can safely say that dating sims, when they are games, are more like that than anything else. That they are something that's on rails that either will allow you to do something, but in this case, fuck everything is a game on rails that does something to you.
Yeah. This game's like 4 years old. I'm not sure how I never heard of it, but glad I did. You know, it was one of the things I did last night. I was like, okay, all right, fuck everything. 2 thumbs up. Would you nice folks like to discuss the news?
Sure, let's do it. All right, so Brian, what do we got as the first story today?
So, Phil Spencer delivered a keynote at DICE this year. And it was the kind of speech that, makes me want to give Microsoft maybe a little bit more room on this whole Xbox Game Pass thing, because I know I would express concerns about it in the past, being like, hey, this is kind of evil, I think. But, I don't know.
It might still be evil. It just might be more lawful evil than chaotic evil.
Yeah. Because Phil Spencer...
or maybe neutral evil.
Yeah. So, Spencer delivered a speech which was kind of rooted in a sense of morality and service, encouraging others in the industry to do the same, and considering that the people that go to DICE are largely executives, he's telling other executives be good people. So he delivered a keynote that said that the game industry needs to be less toxic and more inclusive. And he said that with the industry expected to grow to 2 billion players within the next 3 years, developers have a responsibility to make games for everyone.
That means me and stuff.
A quote from his speech: "It is incredibly slow and painful to get everyone on board and admit your own biases. It's about making a commitment to listening and learning. We must keep at this transformation because we know it enables our best work. That means all genders, all abilities, and all ethnicities, and all geographies. This is our quest. When we make mistakes, the easy way is to retreat or maybe even deny there's a problem. Instead, I think we have to be active learners, educate ourselves, read, understand other people's views. If we are informed, we can lead with purpose. We must listen first instead of jumping in with the supposed answers. We need to ask the quietest person in the room what they're thinking. Toxic behavior doesn't just hurt the individual, it hurts our entire industry. We have to ask ourselves, am I building worlds where all of us can thrive and achieve more? Culture can be the tool that enables us to realize the true potential and power of gaming. The time to get our culture right is right now. It's our increasing responsibility to make gaming for everyone. Representation isn't just good common sense, it's good business sense." It makes me sad that Phil Spencer had to hang a lantern on the financial value of being good people. But I'm glad at least that that he thought that this was a thing worth telling a room full of executives. it's a bummer that he felt like he had to tie a pork chop around the neck of this idea by saying it's good business sense. But like, I'm glad that this is kind of central to like what Microsoft's doing these days and a lot of their objectives. It certainly feels like they're making an effort to make Xbox a more inclusive place. What did you guys think of the speech? What do you think of some of like Microsoft's efforts recently in this direction? Like, what y'all thinking?
I think good guy Microsoft is a nice new character to add to the video game pantheon. But the people that are ahead aren't good guy video games, and I agree that if there's a theory about it, but basically, like when you have a population of like rabbits versus wolves, or rather cooperators versus predators, like cooperators tend to be more prosperous when there aren't too many predators fighting each other, and so like I'd be interested in good guy Microsoft pulling ahead of people like EA and Activision, at least in terms of games alone. But Activision, EA, and like some of the other shitheads that are in the video game space aren't ahead because they are good guys.
So when we think about like the idea of like culture within the game industry,
mm-hmm.
It doesn't just necessarily like reflect on like say predatory financial practices. It also reflects on the language used within games and the way games communicate ideas to their audiences, and what ideas will be allowed to be expressed within games. Nintendo has come under criticism in the last several years for some of the restrictions or some of the exclusions that have been found in Animal Crossing and Tamagotchi Life, for the creation of like player avatars and the language of expression that characters can use in those games.
Mm-hmm.
Like Animal Crossing New Leaf, a game which is not terribly old, did not allow for the creation of avatars of color when you were making your little mayor for the town. Tamagotchi Life didn't.
Why do you keep calling it Tamagotchi? It's Tomodachi. T-O. Like friend. Tomodachi means friend. It's friend life. Like literally. Literally the name.
Friend Life came under criticism.
Friend Life!
Under criticism for not allowing any kind of like gay relationships within the game.
I remember that.
Yep.
There's a little of that in Awakening too. Like it really feels funny because like the way that they wrote like Robin/Crom, like despite like whatever Robin's gender actually was, they actually seemed like the OTP, even though the game
basically
wouldn't let you do that if you played a male Robin.
It turned it into a very strong bromance.
Yeah, and it was
which felt bad because you wanted them. But a lot of anime guys have that bromance that the fandom's like, they're gay, and everyone's like, no, they're not. And it's like, but they're gay.
Yeah, like
I think part of that's like the way that sexuality is explored in Japan. Like a lot of same-sex media in Japan is still kind of rapey. Not all of it. I'm not saying all of it. But I'm saying a lot of it is still, kind of rapey.
So there has been a willingness in gaming communities in the past to like, when developers, especially developers that people have an affinity to, make a decision that is kind of to excuse that decision from that developer for reasons of cultural differences. Nintendo has gotten a lot of passes from people in the past being like, oh, well, that's how it is in Japan. There's some shit in Persona 5 that came under criticism with the way Persona 5 treats gay characters. And people are like, well, that's just how it is in Japan. Like, let Atlas off the hook. And people, I think, have a hard time reconciling the idea that they can like something or even love something and also be critical of it and being like, okay, like, look, like, I love Nintendo, but that means I can also be critical of Nintendo. Like, that people don't necessarily actively pursue, like, responsibility to inclusivity if it's a developer or gaming community that they're already personally invested in dropping the ball.
I'm not sure about that. Because, especially, I know this isn't all Nintendo. It's more Game Freak now, but since Gen 5, like, you're able to make avatars of color. And while, like, the hairstyles weren't exactly what I wanted, like, I am confident that if we keep pushing them, they will keep developing those things. Like, I agree that there are definitely people that request that we let developers off the hook, but despite those pleas, developers still change as we keep pushing them. And then there's some that, they do it on their own. Like BioWare has been doing better over the years. I mean, except for, Andromeda, which they tried a new territory and they fucked it up. And that happens. And we roasted them for it. And hopefully they do better next time. Hopefully they get their shit together. But it's important that we both, applaud, like, the small victories that we get, but keep pushing for more. And I think that's a lot of what's happening. And I hope Microsoft becomes a part of that, movement. The people that decide, no, we can do better than this.
I mean, they one of the things that they have done in the last couple of years, which has been, I think, a really strong step in the right direction, is creating tools on the Xbox platform for making sure that you're engaging with other players online that are interested in the same kind of experiences that you are. So if you want to play in a game where everybody says fuck every 20 seconds and says things like, you dropped the mag bomb, you titty sucker, then, like, you can find a game that plays that and you're not going to ruin anybody else's game. But if you want to play, like, a game which is more focused on experience and is less, like, skill focused, and you just want to hang out with people and maybe not experience, like, that kind of, like, stress, they've given you those tools, and they've given tools for gamers to organize based on, like, geographic community or interest. Giving tools to allow people to hang out on the Xbox platform is a good thing, and it feels kind of like a spiritual successor to, like, the kind of, like, community building that existed on the Miiverse, with the added benefit that you can actually use it to organize games, unlike the Miiverse. So I think that is already a step in the right direction. And when I look at stuff like, character design, in Sea of Thieves, or the recent overhaul of avatars, for the Xbox, it feels like I can feel the focus. It just makes me think more and more that, like, Phil Spencer is one of our special precious angels, and I sure hope he's able to make Microsoft money, so that way at a point they don't flush him and go get, like, an evil overlord who, like I came from Adidas, let's sell some boxes or something like that.
Oh god.
Like, because that would be bad. So
yeah, but then we go find whatever bar Phil Spencer's drowning his sorrows in, and then we go to war with Microsoft. We'll figure it out, man. It'll be fun. It'll be an adventure.
All right. So, Phil Spencer's speech, good. World can be better. Rocky, give me good news. Tell me how the world's better.
Yeah, I don't have good news for you, man. So another, nail in Konami's coffin. It turns out that when you play Metal Gear Survive and you want to make a second slave slot, if you have a little brother, if you want to make another character, or you just want to try something new, you gotta shell out an extra $10.
What the fuck?
So yeah, so that's it. So if you want to play open a second save slot on Metal Gear Survive, you gotta pay an extra $10 or $7.99 in euros on PSN, the Xbox Store, or Steam for what they call survival points, which is the microtransaction currency of Metal Gear Survive. And maybe you don't always need it, because if you already have a character and you just want to change how they look a little bit, then yeah, you don't have to buy the second slot. But let's say if you want to play with a female character after playing through the game with a male character, you got to pay the $10. You got to start all over again. And in addition, if you play with someone on the same console, because I remember I shared a console with my brothers a while back, and you both wanted to play on your own separate profiles for Metal Gear Survive, you also have to pay the $10. So,
That's capital B bullshit. Capital B, one word, no spaces, italics. Bullshit.
Is this a bit?
No. Well, I don't know, man. It just sounds like Konami to me. It could be a bit. Honestly, maybe they'll give the $10 back or whatever, but I don't think so.
No, they're serious. This is bullshit.
Yeah,
so there you go, guys. Don't buy Metal Gear Survive. That's bullshit.
Guys, just stop giving Konami money. I've already talked about this.
Just pirate the shit out of that game. Go for it. Who gives a fuck?
The thing is
I'm sorry.
Not only is this bad, stupid, and evil, it kind of it's also bad, stupid, and evil in a way which shows how adorably out of touch Konami is, because they don't really make video games anymore.
Yeah.
Right. And so they're like, hey, we heard that there's a thing called evil microtransactions and loot boxes.
We want...
And they're like, how do you do that?
It's already a single-player game. What are they even going to do?
I don't know. Chet, you got anything? What if, I don't know, can we charge them to turn the game off? No, we can't. No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
What if we charge them for bullets?
No, I mean, that's great. We should maybe go with that, but that's complicated. In fact, that probably sounds like a loot box. We don't know how to really do that. Brett's still working on it. Chet, what else you got? $10 per save slot? Sold. That's it. Chet's gonna save Konami. Everyone's a winner. $10 a save slot. What the fuck? Oh my.
Oh man. It's ridiculous.
I just no. It's kind of like when Dr. Evil has just returned in Austin Powers, and he doesn't understand inflation, and he threatens the UN with $1 million.
And he's like, "Yeah, sure, man. Here you go."
Yeah, and he's like, "Wait, what?" It's like Konami doesn't understand how to evil, so they eviled wrong.
They eviled not just in a bad way, but in an actually unacceptable way.
It's you realize that this will just make people just not buy your game, Konami. The whole point of fucking eviling is you get people to buy their game and then sigh reluctantly as they spend $30 to play Darth Vader. Right. or be like, oh, well, I guess I actually would have finished this game about fucking hobbits. Oh, well, fine, I'll go buy some Totinos. Here, Konami, just fucking hung a lantern on it. They might as well put a neon sign on the front of the package that says evil.
Wait, Where's that evil gift that I send every time someone does something evil?
Oh.
Just imagine that. It's Mermaid Man, and he's in, like, the nursing home, and he just screams evil and runs away. That's what he did.
Yep.
That's what
so
they did.
Congratulations, Konami.
Konami is a Mermaid Man.
Like, I'm not sure if this will be in the running.
No, we are Mermaid Man. Konami is
Yeah, like,
evil.
I'm not sure if this will be in the running for most reprehensible business practice, but this might be in the running for biggest what? Like, what?
The hell?
Definitely would have fought. Yeah.
Nani the fuck?
Not me, though.
Like, Konami, what'd you say?
Have I not yet said that on this podcast?
No, we haven't. We haven't done all the
damn.
podcasts.
Oh no, I Nani the fuck all the time.
Same.
Anyway. Nani means what, Brian?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, can we not talk about Konami? Can we just wait until they silently burn in their... And, like, when they... As they self-immolate, like, can we talk about something that's actually good?
Sure.
Okay, I have something that maybe less terrible, anyway.
Okay.
Yasuhiro Wada, the creator of Harvest Moon, has announced a new project.
Okay, I like Wada.
The next game is going to be in collaboration with Axis Games.
Okay.
And is entitled Little Dragon Cafe. So far it's in development for the Switch and PS4.
Of course.
The game's, yeah, I know, right? The game's premise is that in the game, you play as two twins who are running a local cafe when they're suddenly saddled with raising a tiny dragon, which is the only way you can wake up your mother, who has fallen into an eternal slumber.
Wait, they have to raise the dragon to wake up their mom?
Wait, is their mom actually dead? Is that the bit? Like that? Oh no!
No, it's Magic World, so it's an eternal slumber. But maybe you have to get a romantic kiss from the dragon because maybe it's her true
so you
love.
gotta raise this dragon to kiss your mom, and that's how she comes back.
Yeah, you gotta raise the dragon to be an appropriate age.
God!
Is this
Usual.
fuck everything?
So we're not done yet. So you're gonna have to juggle caring for the dragon, managing your cafe, growing your own produce, going fishing, learning recipes, and helping everybody in town.
Okay, that kind of sounds like Rune Factory meets Persona with a baby dragon.
Yep, and it's slated for release this summer. And if you look at the adorable photo that's been included in the show doc, what you're gonna see is actually me and a guy with slightly darker red hair.
So it's just gonna be Tegan as Tegan.
Tegan as Tegan, and my twin brother, somebody.
Oh god. Alright.
I love this. It's so cute. I'm gonna go out and buy some, like, gray-blue fabric literally after we're done.
Tegan's gonna make her clothes, guys.
I'm gonna make my own clothes. It's so cute! Look how cute they are!
Oh, really cute.
So are we all excited for this?
I like Little Dragons.
Yes.
I'm interested.
I haven't enjoyed a Harvest Moon since Harvest Moon became Story of Seasons.
True.
So I'm down to give this another shot. I'm gonna go pre-order this. Like now.
Okay.
Look at how cute!
And
Dang.
from what I understand, like, Wada's been, like, secretly in development for this thing for a while?
Yeah, he's been doing it for like 2 years.
Good! I love secret developments for 2 years. Cause then, like, I haven't been sitting here waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 for 15 years.
We're not doing this today, Tegan. I'm in a good mood.
200 years.
We're talking about Wada. Wada's giving this
Rocky
Dragon
brought all
game.
the knives today. She's like, Earthbound's not funny. Kingdom Hearts 3, Salt Factory. You know, she brought all the material.
Oh, yeah, there was another game. What was it? It was... how did I already forget? What was after Earthbound? Oh, no. I'm forgetting how it takes.
Sandwiches are pizza. Open-face sandwiches are
Was
pizza.
they or not?
You know. The usual shenanigans from me. Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
I don't apologize. That's actually me, though. That's literally me. Look at that. Me. That's what I look like. You guys have seen my actual IRL photo. That is me. Look at it.
You gotta
not?
get the dark red tips too.
Oh yeah, I could do that. That takes like no time.
Yeah.
That's like 15 minutes at a salon.
Okay, so I gotta go back to shit news, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we were enjoying that.
I'm sorry. So the System Shock remake that was on Kickstarter raised $1.3 million has been put on hiatus.
That's a lot of millions.
It's on hiatus apparently. The System Shock remake that was successfully funded on Kickstarter back in June 2016, a year and a half ago, is quote unquote taking a break. But they are definitely assuring us that it is not canceled. That's what Night Dive Studio CEO Stephen Kick. Stephen Kick? What is up with these names, man? There's Stephen Kick. There was Steve Butts or something. I can't do this with these guys. Never mind. Whatever. According to Kick, what was initially planned as a remaster developed in Unity became an entirely new game in Unreal Engine 4. I don't think that's what people backed, but whatever. The concept continued to grow, as did the scope and the budget of the game, and things got quote unquote out of control. We have a much larger statement from Keck reading, "It has become clear to me that we took the wrong path, that we turned our backs on the very people that made this possible, our Kickstarter backers. I have put the team on a hiatus while we reassess our paths so that we can return to our vision. We are taking a break, but not, all caps, ending the project. Please accept my personal assurance that we will be back and stronger than ever. System Shock is going to be completed and all of our promises fulfilled." This seems like a bad boyfriend not bringing flowers situation.
This game is never going to come out. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there now. This is a Kickstarter boondoggle. This game will never exist. This is some Mighty Number 9 for the Vita shit.
I'm still waiting on my 3DS copy of that fucking game.
This will go down in history as one of the great, Kickstarter boondoggles. This ain't happening.
Damn it.
This is a Hall of Famer. What pisses me off about this one is all you had to do, and I know that I'm making this sound trivial, but all you had to do was remake fucking System Shock. Nobody asked you to design a new game. You didn't have to design new mechanics. You didn't have to design maps. You didn't have to do character designs. You had to just gussy up for the modern age an existing video game.
But how would we run away with millions of dollars? How else am I going to quickly earn $1.3 billion if not pretending to gussy up an old game and then actually just keeping the money?
Why did they use a different engine? Unity was fine. What the shit?
I have $1.3 million and I don't have to do anything. Because, oh no, hiatus.
I remember when they announced that they were changing from Unity to Unreal. The reason that was provided at the time was one that made sense, which is that, hey, there are some problems with implementation for Unity on consoles. Sometimes it's harder to get Unity to cooperate on a console, so we're going to go with Unreal. Mm-hmm. And I remember thinking oh, okay. I know that Unity can be a very finicky thing on PS4 and Xbox. Sure, fine, go with it. You guys don't have maybe the development overhead or labor to work out those Unity console problems, fine. Switching engines makes sense. Switching engines doesn't mean well, we've decided to do an entirely other fucking thing. That's what we're going to do. That's our mission. That's who we are. Fucking need to get Mayor Mike Haggar up in here with his 6-foot lead pipe.
Yeah, he'll take some names. He'll get him straight.
He needs to fucking kick Stephen Kick. That's what he needs to do.
We need Black Dynamite. Now more than ever.
Oh my god. We're gonna get Black Dynamite and Mayor Mike Haggar.
Dude, I would play the shit out of that
Liam
game.
Neeson.
And Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson is, he's their sensei. He's the...
Yes.
Liam Neeson stays in the car, so that way when they're done, they can leave quicker. You stay here, Liam Neeson.
That's true.
You're gonna bench Liam Neeson.
With at least one gun.
He's
At
gonna
least
sit in
one.
the
Just
car
needs
with
a
a fucking
pistol.
egg muffin. There's like Liam Neeson. He's sitting in like, it's gonna be like a Subaru Outback. You know, he's sitting in the Outback.
Not just a Subaru, like a really, like, with full-on soccer mom
Right.
gear.
Yeah, it's like a beige Subaru
But he's still
Outback.
going to be able to tear
Yep.
out of there.
Can we have a Lamborghini doors on the Subaru Outback?
Oh yeah, yeah. And so like
You know what?
Black
Fine.
Dynamite's riding
Wait, not
shotgun.
Lamborghini. I meant butterfly doors. My bad.
Yeah, they
Or
had
suicide doors.
And, like,
they had to fold down the back
only if we
seat,
can also have at least one additional cup
Right.
holder.
and then they're going to go down the street, punching oil drums to get turkeys for Mike Haggar. It's going to be incredible.
Oh, man.
Beige
I
Outback
think Sharon
adventure.
Oh, God.
I would love that game so much. That's already game of the year. Whenever it comes out. 2000 never. Whatever.
3008.
Oh, man.
You heard it here first.
That's our
90 years.
That's our next project. It'll be Black Dynamite X Metro City. Black Dynamite goes to Metro City.
This is not a real thing because that actually
It could be.
requires licensing IP that we cannot afford.
Dude,
Well,
we're gonna do Hamilton.
maybe we'll be able to afford it in 90 years.
Yeah, man. We'll have an empire right then. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and besides, Hamilton doesn't have any licensing.
Oh, wait. No, wait. I was thinking of the Mad Men fighting game.
Oh, yeah, that requires
Diamond.
licensing.
What was it? It was like... Oh, man. It was
Going
Mad Men
ham,
something...
Diamond DX Hyper Edition.
There we go. Diamond DX Hyper Edition going ham with 2 M's. Jesus. I love that game. With the old-fashioned Hadoken.
Yep. Which is like a tossed mixed drink. You know, it's how it's done. But speaking of things that make dreams come true, much like the vision of John Hamm in a fighting game, the Super NT has been hacked.
Woo! I'm not surprised.
Nice.
Yeah. A lot of people anticipated that Kevtris was going to put hooks into the BIOS to allow for hacking.
Mm-hmm.
And on Twitter, Smoke Monster TWI leaked the link to the GitHub repository for the hack. The firmware allows players to load ROMs from the SD card slot. And again, so because it's running from hardware, you don't need to load an emulator because you can just load the ROM to the BIOS. So you can just run, so you don't have to put anything else on there because it just runs from the fucking hardware when you put the ROM on.
Nice.
So this will allow for people to, I guess, do more stuff with it. There is a legitimate real world application for this. If you do have concerns about piracy, which is the idea is that if you have something that allows you to dump your cartridges, if you can dump ROMs, you could conceivably just dump all of your cartridges to one SD card. Mm-hmm. So that way you could then play all of your SNES games without having to stand up. So that's an idea. Also, if you're running all of them from the SD card, you won't have any concerns about eventual battery death in old cartridges.
True.
Now, this guy, Smoke Monster TWI, there's no way he has the skills to have written this jailbreak.
Shots fired.
No, look, he'll be the first to tell you. In fact, when somebody's like, "You didn't write this," he's like, "You're right, I didn't write this." So somebody gave it to him to put on GitHub. The speculation is that the person who actually wrote it is Kevtris, and that he just couldn't post it himself since he works for Analog. Because Kevtris, before he worked for Analog, when Analog put out the original NT, which was the NES, Kevtris wrote a whole bunch of cores for it that allowed it to play other 8-bit consoles. He wrote cores for it that allowed it to play TurboGrafx games and Sega Master System games, and even created hardware pin converters, so you could even do stuff put TurboGrafx or Sega Master System games into the original Analog. So if anybody was going to write a hack for the BIOS that would allow for the mounting of SD cards, it was going to be Kevtris. But since he works for Analog now, that would be kind of a conflict of interest to like write something like that for it. What I'm real curious about that this thing doesn't do is when he started hacking the original NT, you know, he wrote cores that allowed for like running games from other systems, but that's not what this does. So I'm wondering if the reason he hasn't done that is that Analog is planning on releasing like true hardware releases of other 16-bit consoles. Like, is there going to be an Analog Sega Genesis?
Probably.
I would be so into that. So into that.
Well, like, Genesis was like... Some Genesis games were definitely hit and miss. It does have a really big library, and apparently there's still games in development for the Genesis, so it's not like there wouldn't be a new market.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's cool. I'm still loving the shit out of mine. You know, as you guys know, I got my date with Final Fight 3 this weekend. So... And like if I mess around with this and I mount anything from the SD slot, I will report in on that experience.
Please.
Tegan, is there any other news?
Yeah, there's some Sonic news.
All right. I mean, let's hear it. It's Sonic up too.
So Sega America and Paramount Pictures will co-produce the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog feature film.
Oh my god.
I can't, this is too funny.
So there's gonna be a...
Which is gonna Yeah, it's coming out, November 15th, 2019 in the US. Oh god. Which will follow an international rollout, according to Sega. It's been described as a, quote, an important next step in the expansion of the Sonic the Hedgehog IP. Oh boy. An interview with Naoto Hoshima, Sonic's creator, has been published in the Untold History of Japanese Volume 3 that added fuel to the ongoing legend that Michael Jackson contributed music to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Oshima says that Jackson submitted an a cappella tape, but that the process never proceeded beyond that because of quote-unquote reasons.
So guys, what do we think of these two pieces of Sonic news?
I want the Michael Jackson tape, but also, like...
We're seeing this movie, right?
This movie's gonna be trash. Like, they're gonna use a mix...
We're seeing the movie!
They're gonna use a mixture, I think, of CGI and live action for a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Rock, you know what that means, right?
So is it gonna be better or worse than Detective Pikachu?
Oh, Detective Pikachu's gonna be phenomenal. I don't know what you're talking about, Tegan, but Sonic the Hedgehog...
I think both of these movies are going to be
They're
trash.
going to have Sonic the Hedgehog, like, making out with some, like, blonde chick.
Again.
And
Sonic has not kissed a real lady since 2006.
And, like, what's up with Amy? Amy's fine. Like, she's okay. Like, I mean...
Amy's nice.
Yeah.
She kicks ass and tries to save Sonic's life. Like, whatever.
Also, she can run about as fast as the speed of sound, apparently. Because she spends all her time chasing Sonic, who's just stupid fast. She learned how to run like Sonic for Sonic. Jesus. Amy deserves justice. This is not an endorsement of furries. God damn it, Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm done. Yeah.
I just hope I want to hear who does Tails' voice. Because I love Tails.
I love Miles.
I love all my small children.
Also, I'm not even going to acknowledge this movie unless there is Sonic eating a chili dog in the trailer. Otherwise, I don't want to hear about it. I'm not about it.
Maybe that's a post-credit scene.
Not worth. No. Needs to be bigger than that.
I'll let you know. I'll see the movie and I'll let you know.
What if in the post-credit scene, Sonic the Hedgehog is eating a chili dog with Bucky Barnes.
No.
No, that's too much. That's too much ridiculous. I don't think we can handle that.
Also, like, I know that Sally's been officially, like, written out of, like, the Sonic mythos, but, like, I miss Sally. She was cool.
I'm gonna need some Big the Cat.
Cream would be cool as a callback, also. And Chows need to be there somehow. I don't care how.
Yeah, the Chow need to be there.
Also, will Edgelord Extraordinaire Shadow be in this film?
I mean, probably.
Maybe
right?
with a gun.
With a gun. No guns. I swear to God. I hate that. And I feel bad because I'm a friend.
Like, that is some Konami $10 save slot shit right there. They're like, okay, he's Sonic, but black, right? Okay, what else can we do?
Wait, is Shadow the Hedgehog the game, like, racist? Because, like, they just took Black Sonic and gave him a gun and have him wreak havoc through this town? Like...
Are you just noticing that?
Man, I don't pay attention to Shadow the Hedgehog.
That thing's problematic as hell.
Oh my god. I'm so tired. Sonic, why? Why are you like this?
Good job, Sega. Thank you.
Over it. Okay, so, Brian, what came out on Steam today, man?
As usual, we are spared the full list because we have our usual recording time. However, there were 79 games yesterday.
Alright.
Yeah. It's... Are we still amused by this, or is it kind of sad? Like, okay, things that came out on Steam today include... let's see here. Blackbeard's Cove.
Oh, God.
That
Explore
sounds like a good level.
Yeah. Explore Blackbeard's Cove in search of lost treasure. Blackbeard's famed flagship is thought to have capsized in the water surrounding the island. The remains of what may be the Queen Anne's Revenge are reported at the bottom of the sea. All right, you know what? Credit to Blackbeard's Cove. That's a lot more coherent than a lot of the descriptions we read. This game appears to just be like a whole bunch of different like Unity asset packages where you're just like running around like an open world like GTA style environment with like nobody in it. So like it's this giant empty world with like pre-built Unity assets while you're like looking for treasure, I guess. So it's like a fucking Grand Theft Auto game where there's nobody else.
All right.
It's kind of bizarre looking.
Oh, dear.
Let's see here. Monkey Rush. Dive into adventure with the main character Maka. Immerse yourself in beautiful worlds and defeat the enemies. For 59 cents.
Oh, Jesus.
There are some straight up Mario question blocks in this game. So that's...
Nice, okay.
Because, you know, quality. This also appears to be a mobile port from the Android store. So, thanks,
All right.
Monkey Rush. Let's Be Architects. For 59 cents. Let's Be Architects is a pretty casual game made for bringing the players with a funny and enjoyable, that's right, it's misspelled, enjoyable gameplay. In this game, you have to build structures by choosing fast where to build the next block because structures are made of individual units, blocks. The more tall your structures are, the more points you get. But careful, the structures can usually collapse if they are bad built. Let's Be Architects is a casual indie game made for players that look for a game that brings them fun and enjoyable gameplay as well as challenge. What to expect? Minimalist graphics that fit perfectly with style of game. Challenging and strategic gameplay. Left mouse click to choose next block building in the structure. Yep. It looks like purple Jenga.
Wait, all of it's just purple? Jesus.
Yep.
All right.
Mad Zombie for the outrageously expensive sum of $9.99.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Like, compared to the usual price of the stuff we look at, this is... Man. The first thing that jumps out at me in the trailer they have on the Steam store, there is a visible mouse cursor, just a Windows-ass mouse cursor on the screen. So they did not know how to capture the screen without getting the cursor. This game is a top-down FPS... That does not make sense. This game is a top-down FPS game. They don't know what FPS means. A top-down FPS game where players must shoot zombies everywhere in this city. This game is designed to allow players to relax and destroy the most zombies. How to play. Press WADS for moving. Press left mouse to shoot. And mouse cursor to set direction. This game, and then there's the about this game section is just the description again. In like several languages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's super good. And then Papers, Please, the short film came out today. So there's a short movie based on Papers, Please, which is available for free consumption on Steam now.
All right.
So that's what came out on Steam today. One that came out yesterday that really leaped out at me, though, is Puke Simulator. And
no.
Description
no.
reads...
That
I don't want to hear. No,
It says, have you ever wanted to puke on people but were too shy to
No.
go for it?
No, I have not. I have never wanted to puke willingly in my entire life.
But now we have you covered. It's time to puke on people.
Never!
Anywhere you please. Puke them all.
Oh, God.
These guys' puke physics are terrible. This looks nothing like puke. Like, it just kind of looks like you're throwing a bunch of, like, weird green balls at stuff.
All right, man. I think, oh, man, why can't I remember his name? Jeff Goldblum told us that we were so preoccupied with thinking whether or not we could, we never stopped to ask if we should. I'm paraphrasing.
Life finds a way, Rocky. Life finds
a way.
Oh, God. Alrighty.
Okay. Is that everything that came out on Steam today?
Yep, we're good.
Jesus. Okay. So we don't technically have mail this week, but we've gotten some interaction. And I want to shout out Julian Rincon and Oscar Garcia for engaging with us this past week. I hope you guys are liking the new theme. Big Satch really, hit a home run for us. And
thanks for coming at me on the Twitter, and fucking fighting with Rocky with me about fruity ravioli.
Which I still maintain is...
also known as Pop-Tarts.
Well, I guess ravioli itself is actually a sandwich, so I guess it's fine.
It's a pastry sandwich.
Yes.
Turnovers are sandwiches, too! And pies! It's a great day.
Oh, fuck. Are pie sandwiches? Never mind, I take it back.
Pies are closed, pies with a top crust are a sandwich. Bread filling bread. That's a sandwich.
You can eat it one-handed while gambling. Yeah, okay.
You can.
Yeah, that's a sandwich. What?
Tacos are sandwiches.
Tacos are not sandwiches.
You can eat it one-handed while gambling.
Because they are structurally different.
Sandwiches were a mistake.
No, they're not. Sandwiches are actually pretty cool, man. But in any case, guys, if you want to hear us, wax poetic about food while Tegan eats a little more than usual, please help us out. If you could leave us some reviews, get other people here, so we can keep doing this for y'all.
You can leave a review anywhere, really.
Yeah.
Anywhere you listen. Go ahead and leave a review.
Yeah. If you pick it up on Google Play, if you pick it up from Stitcher, just go ahead and leave a review. Just let people know like how you feel about us. Tell us how you really feel. The only thing about iTunes is that if you do leave something on iTunes, Brian owes you a biscuit. That's the deal. Now, Big Sach, who's the guy that who made our theme, is available on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Big Sach NJ, or you can follow him on Twitter at @Hillary_Swank. The Discord is still around. It should be linked on all the social medias. Come by and say hi. Whenever you feel. I'll be back on Monster Hunter Mondays, and Brian will be on Final Night Fridays, and Tegan will be around because she's awake like all the time.
A little hot tech for you guys. Yeah. If you want to get at at the buttered biscuit dilemma, and you're like, well, but Brian, I carry an Android phone, and I don't know how to get you that iTunes review, which would be so helpful to y'all, then one thing that you can do is if you go to itunes.apple.com, there is a web interface, which is also available on your phone, which allows for you to create a iTunes account. You can then create your iTunes review on their web interface. So that's right.
What if I don't want to deal at all with iTunes?
Well,
can I get a buttered biscuit for leaving a review on Google?
Well,
can I do a biscuit without the butter for leaving a review on Google?
You get a dry biscuit
and
for
use
Google?
my own butter substitute.
Well, Tegan, when Google accounts for 55% of our listenership, that will also be biscuit eligible. But as it is, people are coming at us through iTunes.
Yeah. Okay, then. iTunes it is.
Now, again, we are happy for your Google Play reviews. We're happy for your Stitcher reviews. They're great, but the iTunes reviews really do help us out. They really do. It's a real thing because iTunes will surface the podcast more based on quantity of reviews. So it's a thing. Yes, so I will be hanging out next Friday playing Final Fight. We're gonna play through the game. Fingers crossed, maybe Tegan will be along for the ride. That might be fun.
Yeah, we'll see. I have to find a copy first.
Or you can play Battle Royale because apparently it's free on PS4.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So there will be some business. There'll be a 6-foot lead pipe. Rocky, did we mention that the Discord is up? And do we have links on all of our social media to our Discord?
I'm pretty.
Not on Tumblr.
Okay, I think Tumblr's the one that's missing because I put it on Twitter and I think I put it on Facebook. I had to double check. Okay,
all right. So come hang out, and you can. There's a chance you can catch us on Thursdays on Discord, where you can kind of get a little look behind the curtain at how this show comes together.
Yeah, we'll bump it on Thursdays.
Yep. And I think that's it. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Is that a show?
That's a show.
Did we do another show?
We did it, guys.
Hey.
All right.
Sigena.
So, peace.
Bye.
Later.